The evolution of modern technology through figures like Mark Zuckerberg and Larry Page is not just a story of innovation. It is a story of how humanity is gradually redesigning its own capabilities. What began as small, uncertain experiments in dorm rooms and research labs has grown into systems that influence billions of lives daily. Yet beneath this immense scale lies a surprisingly simple origin: curiosity about solving meaningful problems. The first spark: curiosity without a roadmap. The most transformative ideas rarely begin with certainty, they begin with exploration. When Larry Page started working on what would become Google, he wasn't building a company, he was pursuing a research question. How can we organize the vast and chaotic information of the web? At the time, search engines were primitive, relying heavily on simple keyword matching. The breakthrough came with a new idea: ranking pages based on how they are linked, what later became the PageRank algorithm. This idea transformed the internet from a disorganized collection of pages into a navigable system of knowledge. Similarly, Mark Zuckerberg did not initially aim to build a global social platform. His early work explored how people connect and share information. The scale came later, driven by demand, not design. From tools to infrastructure. What started as tools gradually became infrastructure. Google evolved from a search engine to a gateway of global knowledge. Facebook evolved from a college network to a global social fabric. These platforms are no longer optional tools, they are embedded into daily life. They shape how we learn, how we communicate, how we form opinions, how we make decisions. This shift marks a critical transition. Technology is no longer something we use occasionally, it is something we live within. The core mission: reducing friction in human activity. At the heart of all these innovations lies a common goal: reduce friction in human activity. Google reduced friction in finding information. Social platforms reduced friction in connecting with people. AI is reducing friction in thinking, creating, and communicating. This continuous reduction of friction is what drives technological progress. The rise of intelligent systems. Artificial intelligence represents the next major leap. Unlike previous tools, AI does not just execute instructions, it interprets, suggests, learns, adapts. This transforms technology into something closer to a cognitive partner. Instead of asking, "How do I do this?" we now ask, "Help me do this." A new model: distributed intelligence. One of the most important emerging ideas is the shift from centralized intelligence to distributed intelligence. Instead of one dominant system, the future may involve personalized AI assistants, business-specific AI agents, creator-driven digital identities. This reflects a deeper understanding of human needs. People seek systems that reflect their individuality, not uniformity. This approach contrasts with centralized models developed by organizations like OpenAI and Google, which often focus on unified systems. The emergence of a hybrid reality. We are moving toward a layered existence composed of physical world, digital layer, and intelligent layer. This creates a hybrid reality where physical and digital experiences merge, AI becomes continuously present, and interaction becomes immersive. Technologies like AR and VR aim to solve the problem of presence, making remote interaction feel real. The power and risk of scale. As technology scales, its impact multiplies. Google now processes billions of searches daily, acting as a gateway to human knowledge. Social platforms connect billions of people simultaneously. This scale creates both opportunities and risks. Opportunities: global knowledge access, economic empowerment, creative expression. Risks: misinformation, privacy concerns, centralized influence. The same systems that empower can also destabilize. The responsibility of innovation. As companies grow, expectations shift. It is no longer enough to innovate. Organizations must also contribute to society, address global challenges, and use resources responsibly. This idea is reflected in initiatives like supporting nonprofits, addressing global issues, expanding access to opportunities. The question becomes, what should powerful organizations do with their influence? Failure as a fundamental mechanism. A recurring theme across all innovators is the role of failure. Both in research and practice, most ideas do not work. Iteration is essential. Learning comes through mistakes. This applies to early search algorithms, social platforms, and AI systems. Avoiding failure limits innovation. Embracing it accelerates discovery. The paradox of modern life. Despite technological advancement, a paradox emerges. More connectivity, less perceived connection. More information, more confusion. More tools, more dependency. This highlights a critical insight. Technology amplifies human conditions. It does not automatically improve them. The outcome depends on how humans choose to use these tools. The long-term vision. The most impactful innovations are built over long periods, often spanning decades, facing skepticism early, evolving through multiple phases. Google, for example, started as a research project, became a dominant search engine, expanded into multiple industries. This reflects a broader principle. Transformational change requires patience and long-term thinking. The future trajectory. Looking ahead, several trends are clear. 1. AI integration everywhere. Every product will incorporate intelligence. 2. Natural interfaces. Language and vision will replace traditional inputs. 3. Personalized systems. Technology will adapt to individuals. 4. Blended reality. Digital and physical worlds will merge. The deepest shift, redefining human capability. Perhaps the most profound change is this. Humans are no longer limited by individual ability, but by how effectively they collaborate with technology. This changes education, work, creativity, communication. The boundary between human and machine capability becomes increasingly blurred. Final reflection, the direction of progress. If we step back, the bigger picture becomes clear. Early innovators sought to organize information. Next came connecting people. Now we are augmenting intelligence itself. Each stage builds on the previous one, and at the center of it all remains a constant truth. Technology is not an end, it is a tool for expanding what it means to be human. Final thought. From a garage startup to a global infrastructure, from simple code to intelligent systems, from isolated individuals to interconnected networks, this journey is not complete. It is still unfolding, and its outcome depends not just on innovation, but on how humanity chooses to shape, guide, and live with the technologies it creates. Don't forget to like and subscribe.